For 1,500 years, a small group of monks guarded a holy flame at the foot of Mount Sinai, a place where Moses is believed to have heard the voice of God in the burning bush. A fortress of stone and spirit, untouched by centuries of conquest and war. Now, an Egyptian court wants to close it. Why? And why now? The oldest living Christian monastery. Hidden in the harsh silence of the Sinai desert lies St. Catherine's Monastery, the world's oldest continuously inhabited Christian monastery. Founded by Emperor Justinian in the 6th century, it's more than just stone walls and sacred relics. It's a living memory of Christianity's earliest centuries. Built to enclose the traditional site of the burning bush from Exodus 3 verse 2, it has stood for over a millennium as a meeting point between heaven and earth. And remarkably, it has survived, not through domination, but through coexistence. The Prophet Muhammad himself, through the Ashtename, a decree of protection, safeguarded the monastery, urging Muslims to defend it as sacred. Local Bedouin tribes, especially the Jabaliya, upheld this tradition for centuries, acting as guardians of the monks. A library of light in the desert. But this is no ordinary monastery. Its walls hold the world's second-largest collection of early Christian manuscripts and codices, just after the Vatican. Greek, Syriac, Arabic, Armenian, Slavic. It's here that the Codex Sinaiticus, one of the oldest Bibles known to mankind, was discovered. This sacred library was established in the 6th century and continued to grow even when the outside world collapsed into wars and darkness. In 1975, hidden manuscripts were rediscovered in sealed rooms, a reminder that St. Catherine's is a time capsule of faith and knowledge. The sudden closure. And now, on May 28, 2025, an Egyptian court has reportedly ordered the closure of St. Catherine's Monastery. The reason? A legal battle over land and ownership, a dispute dating back decades. But the consequences reach much further. The court's decision doesn't just close the gates. It confiscates monastic properties, evicts the monks, and seeks to convert the monastery into a state-owned museum. To many, it feels like a surgical removal of living faith, turning sacred tradition into a lifeless exhibit. Political context and global reaction. The conflict began years ago, during Egypt's political turmoil. In 2015, the governor of South Sinai began contesting the monastery's ownership of 71 properties. And under the Muslim Brotherhood's brief rule in 2012, tensions escalated. Now, the ruling seems to finalize that campaign. Archbishop Hieronymus of Athens called it a historic fall, not just for Hellenism or Orthodoxy, but for civilization itself. Yet, silence from the very regime in Greece that should be defending it. And across Europe, whispers, not outrage. Why it matters, a pattern emerges. This isn't just about one monastery. It comes on the heels of other seismic events. In 2020, Turkey repurposed the Hagia Sophia, once the crown jewel of Eastern Christianity, into a mosque. Now, St. Catherine's is set to become a museum. In Syria, Orthodox Christians, once 10% of the population, have been left defenseless amid war, persecution, and political betrayal. Many feel abandoned by both East and West. We are told these are coincidences. But are they? Is Christianity under attack? Look around. In the Middle East, Christian populations are vanishing. In the West, churches become restaurants and nightclubs. In Africa, Christian villages are targeted and silenced. Is this just history playing out? Or is it something more coordinated, more intentional? Because every ancient structure that falls, every sacred site that's rebranded, takes with it a piece of Christian memory. The monks fight back. But this story isn't over. The monks of St. Catherine's are not surrendering quietly. They've launched a global campaign, appealing not only to Orthodox believers, but to all monotheistic faiths. They are asking, will you let a 1,500-year-old beacon of faith be extinguished by politics and power? Their appeal isn't just spiritual, it's cultural, historical, and human. This video is about more than ruins or courtrooms. It's about our memory as a people. It's about whether we still care for sacred things. It's about asking, what kind of future are we building if we let the past be erased? Share this video. Leave a comment and tell us, should St. Catherine's be saved? Reach out to your community, your church, and your leaders. Because silence is complicity. Engage with us. Have you been to St. Catherine's? Do you believe Christianity is under threat? Let's talk in the comments. This channel thrives on critical thinkers and believers who refuse to look away. A flame worth protecting. The monks of Sinai are few in number, but they guard a fire that once called out to Moses himself. That fire, of faith, of memory, of courage, still burns. Let's make sure it doesn't burn alone.